Hi everyone. Today I'd like to introduce Dr. Lulu Preston, who is a clinical psychologist who works as an associate with Viewpoint Psychology, which is basically the company I work for, which designs a large variety of different personality and aptitude tests. And we'd like to talk specifically about a new test we're designing called Development Dimensions. Lulu, could you just tell us a little bit about Development Dimensions, how you developed it, and what it's basically for?
Thanks, Jack. So I work in the NHS and I work with clinical populations, and there are lots of studies and tests that are designed to look at personality when it doesn't work so well for us, when how we are can trip us up. And we were interested in working out if we could construct a test based on the same ideas, but for the general population, for people whose personality wasn't problematic. So the main dimensions, the kind of 7 core areas that are assessed, have got a lot of validity to them, and but the questions aren't as extreme as you might find in clinical settings.
I see. Thank you very much for that, Lulu. I'd just like to show people what it's like when you're actually taking the test, how to fill it in. The idea is that we have this pilot. We need to pilot every test before we release it properly to the public. And that's also an important part of that is actually developing the report, developing the results you'll be seeing. So the idea is that we need 300 people to complete this test. It's quite a long test. It's around 395 questions. And basically there should be a link at the bottom of this video. If you click that link, you should be taken to a screen, rather like this one, which basically asks for your name, surname, your email. You don't have to fill that in. I personally would strongly recommend that you fill that in, mostly because that's how we're able to send you the results once the pilot has been completed. So let me just fill that in now, and we go to submit. It will take you to basically a consent form. Just read through the form carefully. You have to make sure we get your consent, otherwise we won't be able to include your data. And once you've finished, just click Give Your Consent, then you click Start. It will ask you for some biographical data. You do not have to give that, of course, but it's greatly appreciated if you can. You won't miss out on anything if you don't. So once that's done, then just go to the questions. So it's around 395 questions to this. So that's a lot of questions. Should take around 20 to 30 minutes to complete. So make sure you've got enough time to do this all in one sitting. Unfortunately, on this generic link, you can't go out and return to it. If you would like to complete this in multiple sittings, we can do that for you. Simply message me on Facebook with your email address, or just email me at jack.aaron, A-A-R-O-N, at viewpoint-psychology.com. If you email me your email address, or just email me, I'll be able to send you a personalized link, and that will enable you to just do this in multiple sittings. So yes, so once people have completed this, and once we've completed the whole pilot, we've had the 300 people, we managed to analyze the data and put the report together. Lulu, what would you say the report would be like? What will it give people?
Well, I think it'll be really interesting because as I said, there are different dimensions of personality that are being assessed. And when I've done things like this, what's really interesting is to see if you kind of loaded quite high in one area, but quite low in the others, or whether there are different aspects of your personality that are interacting to produce effects. So it's really interesting to see the kind of patterns that you might recognize in yourself, but also get it kind of neatly described and defined. So I think that'll be one of the real benefits from the reports.
I definitely think this could be a very helpful and rewarding report for people to have a chance to look through. One last thing I'd say when you're completing this, try not to give all the questions too much thought. Answer it instinctively. I think that's the best way to get more representative results. And also, don't worry if you may have been diagnosed with some sort of personality disorder or something like that. I had people ask me about this before. We want a representative sample of the broad and vast diversity of people. So don't let that worry you about completing this. We want all types of people to be taking part in this pilot. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much, Lulu, for agreeing to speak with us today. And I wish you all a great day and a wonderful week. Take care now. Bye-bye.